Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can hold me stick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me up. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Everybody show me some strength. No weakness, show me a lion now. Strength. No weakness, show them who we are. Strength. No weakness, show me a lion now. Everybody strength. No weakness, show them who we are. Not when you're old. Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, not when you're old. Everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. I'm a go-getter. I just go hard. And I'm a kind of fellow. Put my trust in God. That simple means if nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can hold me sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain.
This is Ridelaong Live, where everyone has a story to tell.
You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son.
As you come and go ahead and share the thing and say, I share. Welcome to the ride. Welcome to Monday on the ride. Monday. Damn. Could you imagine? It's another week already. Guys, it's almost another month. This is the final day. The last day of the month of November. Look at it. Ah, boy. It's the last day. It's the last day of November. Could you believe this? Come on, guys, share the program, put it on your page and say, I share. Let me do the same thing over on my end, sharing it. Can't believe that it's the end of the month already. These days, if all you're waiting to do anything important in all your life, like if you're waiting to get married and you're dragging your feet, don't stick. Get married today. Just go out and just get married. Forget about it. Just get married, man. Or do whatever you have to do right now. You can't stick. Time is running too fast. Talking about time is running fast. Let me start a watch party real quick because the time go finish before we know it. Watch party. All right, I'm ready for you. Mavis, hey Mavis Joseph, how you doing? Big up yourself. Thank you so much. How you doing? Big up yourself, Mavis. Jeanette, big up yourself. Thank you so much. Jeanette, how you doing? As you're coming up and share the program, I say I share. Lacey J, how you doing? Big up yourself. Deanne Fraser, Mavis Joseph, big up yourself. Thank you, Mavis. Marishan Bernard, I share. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, man, thank you so much for sharing. Remember, you can't wait. Don't wait and don't waste time. Anything else, you can get back money. If you lose money, you could get it back. Right? Even if you lose love, you can get it back. But you see, time, Jesus, man. Time, don't play with time, Jared. Time ain't waiting on nobody. Trust me. Just the other day, I was doing up my hair and thing, and I find, like, there was a bunch of hair, like, in the back of my head that's gray. Yeah, there was never gray 2 months ago. Jeez. Telling you. Serious stuff. It's no joke. Time, man. Time. Hey, Michelle Charles, how you doing? Everybody share the program. Everybody share the program right now. You don't have no time to waste. No time to waste. Start a watch party and say, I share. Time go finish pretty quick. Junior, you're wasting time. Bring on the guests. You see? And I say, let me take a little time to wait for a few more people. She tell me I'm wasting time. Okay, so I'm not going to waste any more time. Because my guest today don't have a lot of time. He's going to be with us for about 45 minutes or 40 minutes or so, because we have a lot to discuss. And you're right, CJ. We ain't wasting no more time. We're going straight into it. All who didn't see the beginning, they go rewatch it over again. All right? All right, you agree? All right, guys. All right, thank you so much for joining us here on this lovely Monday. Now, over the weekend, social media was a buzz. Ridelaong, we posted this. News media, news houses was talking about this story. Everyone was buzzing about it. The leader, the first female leader of a major political party, Francesca Bernadine, resigned from the NDC, leaving the former now leader, Mr. Adrian Persuader Thomas. He is now the leader of the National Democratic Congress, and he's here today to talk to us a bit about the resignation, talk to us about his position, his policies, the party policies going forward. And we go touch on so many different things today. But as we say, we don't have a lot of time. We got to go straight into it. So go ahead and share the program, and let's introduce to you my friend. He's also a former Calypsonian, for those of you who don't know. For those of you who don't know, this man was a wicked social commentary. Man, Calypso. Mr. Postmodern himself, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the ride. Are you hearing me?
Good evening to your audience. I look forward to chatting with you. Very loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you too well, but hopefully things clear up. Hopefully in time, things clear up. Do a test again, Persuader. Speak again. Let me hear if I'm hearing you.
I'm hearing you loud. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You're not hearing me clear.
No, I'm not hearing you clear. All right. Do me a favor, Persuader. Do me a favor. I want you to do this for me. Go back out and come back in. See if that fixes the problem. All right. Just go back out, log out, and come back in, and that should fix the problem with your audio. Guys, yeah. See what I'm saying? Time. Everything was good a few seconds ago, now it went haywire. Because we want to talk to Mr. Persuader. We want to talk to Persuader. Let me see if we resolve this issue. Stand by. All right. Audio. Yeah. I got it, guys. I got it. We're fixing the audio. Stand by. Stand by. In the meantime, we're gonna wait and see if we get the visual fix. All right. So you have to come out with one. Come off with this one, and I think. All right. Let me see if we could get Persuader on this one here. Hopefully it works out. Persuader, are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm there.
Much better.
All right.
Right. Nice and clear. Persuader, I was saying for a lot of people who don't know, you are, I still think that you have it in you. You're a Calypsonian. Persuader. That's the name.
I am.
And I remember Persuader, you were you, with your social commentary, you were hard hitting.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, I wonder if there'll be a day in time to come where Persuader was going to hit back the stage. Then my good friend Persuader, one time I went to Grenada and I saw you there. And then I saw you deep into politics. So I don't know if it would ever come a time again. But would it be
Well,
would you consider
well,
hitting the stage again?
put it this way. Put it this way. Once you have soldiers doing what they're supposed to do, and there is no need for me, and I don't get a call, then maybe I'll stay in the politics for a while. And if there are no more social commentary, I'll be willing to come and make my contribution.
Yeah, I'm telling you. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. And I did a survey today, and people in St. David's was saying they love this guy. This guy is someone that a lot of someone that a lot of people look up to and respect. And the folks in St. David's say, I have to give kudos to Persuader and tell him hi when I come on for them. So Persuader, again, welcome to Ride Along Live, sir. How is everything going today, sir?
Well, everything's fine. I've been a little busy for today. I've been up and down. I've been attending to a few cases in regards to the politics also, and then I have my own job to perform. So it has been. I have my family to take care of. So it has been a busy day so far, and I know it's going to be a couple. The days coming up will be very busy also.
Yeah, tough one. All right, are we going to go straight into it, right?
Sure.
Recently, we heard the news. Franca Bernadine resigned from the party, citing health problems, health issues. How is she doing? How is she doing now?
Well, put it. Sister Franca is doing pretty okay. She made her decision, and she's keeping. She's doing exactly what she has to do in the interest of her health. We are asking the general public to give us some space, and I think they have been doing. They've been doing just that. She do not want to be. The fact that she resigned from as the political leader and also the caretaker of St. George North Southeast, that particular constituency, she has also tendered a resignation for that, and she's doing pretty okay. She's doing pretty okay. We have been in touch with her, and everything is fine. And we wish her all the best again.
During her video that she put out there, presser that she put out there, she stated that, and I quote, I agree to let it run for 1 year and we'll see how things develop. So it begs the question. A lot of people have been asking this question, in regards to her resignation. Was she put there as a test phase, or was it the idea of the party to have her there to basically look at the next possible election? Because it seems to what she said in her presser, and you could clarify if I'm wrong, like she just kind of wanted to test the waters a bit. What was the whole idea in her coming in there at that point in time, if it was not for a permanent fixture to go into the next general election?
Well, put it this way. I mean, this is a. She has personally expressed that. I mean, I cannot say. I think when the people elected Sister Franca in the last convention, the people placed total confidence in her going forward. She was unopposed, as a matter of fact, and the language on the ground was, "We are going into the next election with a woman at the head," and I think people accepted that. She is well received throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Martinique. I have no doubt about that. However, not being in that position before, and the amount of work that it entails, and knowing Sister Franca, she will want to perform to the best of her ability. So she was on top of her game. She has been on the go morning, noon, and night all over the country, and that in itself did not play well for her in regards to her health. And she was advised that really and truly she maybe need to step down and give somebody else a chance. And this was a responsible decision and a genuine, sincere decision of a woman of class.
You said that she's been on the ground morning, noon, and night, running hard, in opposition to what a lot of people have been saying.
Can you speak up a little low? I'm hearing you.
You're not hearing me too clearly?
I'm hearing you clear, but you're a little low.
I'm a little bit low. Let me adjust my mic a bit. Now, you said that the former leader has been going morning, noon, and night, working really hard, in opposition to what a lot of people have been saying. Quite to the contrary, they're saying that they for a lot of things, they have NDC has been absent. They haven't been hearing NDC. They haven't been hearing most of the major policy items, NDC was either slow or not present at all with the information. What is this stagnation, or is there a stagnation inside the party to
Well, no,
get
well,
information out?
many political organizations, they do take time off to really put the structure in place and make sure that that all machineries are put in place for when the election comes. And you cannot just jump up in the morning and say, well, the prime minister called election in the next 2 weeks and you're ready. You have to put structures in place, and that calls for some serious inspection inside your party, reviewing the way you used to do things. It calls for constituting little committees here, there, all over the place. The polling divisions, the constituency groups, identifying caretakers, all those things, all those structures have to put in place, and it calls for a lot of behind the scene work. And she has been very much engaged in that. As a matter of fact, 2-3 days after she was elected, she was visiting the constituency groups already. St. David, those in St. Andrew, St. Patrick, St. Mark, St. John, St. George, all those constituency groups has been visited. She has been meeting with caretakers. So she has been doing things internally per se. We take the comments from the general public in regards to our response. People feel that we procrastinate too much. People feel that we are not responding. We take too long to say something on important issues affecting our country. We have taken this thing seriously. We are reviewing it, and we're going to respond appropriately in the interest of the Grenadian people. We are not the perfect political organization. We have a long way to go, and we will surely get there at the appropriate time.
Yeah. And guys, this is the conversation, so I want you guys involved as well as we open up the phone line, so you could join in on the conversation. Tell us, Mr. Thomas, about the process, right? Even before we talk about the process, how did the party find out about Ms. Franca's resignation? How long before the actual resignation went out were the party notified about it?
Well, Sister Franca has been in touch with the key players in the team. She has not hid anything from us. She has taken us step by step in a very responsible way, and she informed us at the appropriate time what is her feelings like, what is where she feels that she must go from here. And we have to, there is no way you could put up any contest or any argument against a doctor's advice, especially when it comes to your health. So we have been kept up to date on the situation, and when the time comes, so it was not a shock in the morning that you get up one morning and Sister Franca say, well, I cannot make it anymore, I want to go. It was not like that. It was a situation where she took a very responsible position, and she informed us accordingly.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to discuss the details of anybody's health in the public. I don't think it's ethical to do that. However, I must admit that she has done it in a very responsible manner.
Yeah, and you spoke. I remember at your press conference you spoke about that, and then in the same breath you mentioned that at the same time the party doesn't have a leadership problem, where a lot of people are saying just the obvious. In the past past 7 years or so, you had about 5 leaders who either resigned from the party, didn't regain their seat, or left. How is that not a leadership problem?
Well, you see, we don't believe when democracy is working and democracy is at its best, people tend to query it. However, I don't believe that the situation in Grenada presently with the NMP having, because people use that against us in regards to the NMP as one political leader, and the NDC has been changing consistently. That is, I don't believe that is the benchmark. Most of the people that left as a leader of the National Democratic Congress, to take Uncle Tillman for instance, he declared very early, I'm not going into this thing for more than 2 terms in case he won the election the second time around in 2013. That didn't happen, and he decided to step down genuinely and sincerely, and there was a smooth transition to Brother Nazim Buck. Brother Nazim Buck was the second man in charge in 2013. In 2018 he was the leader of the organization, back-to-back 15. I mean, in any genuine democracy, situations happening like that, the leader will step down. Unfortunately, we have some people in the Caribbean who feel that they have to be in power for life. We don't believe that in the NDC. We believe in moving on. Brother Andal came on the scene. As a matter of fact, he was the interim leader acting when Brother Nazimbuck resigned. And he thought maybe, well, I would not contest Sister Franca. I would not go forward. I do not wish to be the leader of the party, because people have to be honest with themselves. It's not because you want to appear as though there is some level of stability, so you're going to hold on. When you really and truly believe that there is somebody who can take the mantle and move forward with it, and based on circumstances, you don't think you are the best individual, and you got to be honest to yourself, because if you're not honest to yourself, you cannot be honest to the Grenadian people. And that has been a smooth transition when Sister Franca came in, and here she has a health problem. So it's not a matter of we have infighting, as they like to. Every little thing that comes across in the NDC, people tend to give it the connotation that they are infighting and conflict within the NDC. Nothing so. And people are still thinking about what happened in 2011, 2012. But every political party have little moments and little bumps in the political drive. In 1989, nobody expected the Honorable Blaze to be challenged. However, he was challenged, and nobody used this as holding it against the NNP and say they were infighting in the NNP or any conflict.
But
so I don't know. Sometimes I consider this to be a very unfair.
Are you saying by changing 5 or 4 leaders within a short space of time speaks to the strength in leadership? Was that your conclusion?
Well, I cannot use that as a benchmark in terms of whether in regards to strong leadership within the party, because what I can say that we have in the NDC is a succession plan. We don't struggle to get leaders in the party, and if I cannot make it in the morning, we surely have people that will replace me. There is nobody's indispensable, and there is no one-man show in this party. It's a democratic process, and if it's one political organization that demonstrates the democratic system, is the NDC, and we must be credited for that.
But a lot of people are saying, like, you have the NNP, which is led by Dr. Keith Mitchell. He is what would be considered as strong in his constituency. He never lost that seat. Yeah. And then you're looking at a strong leader, I'm not saying that the leadership of the party is not strong, but a strong enough leader that could contest and go up against the NNP. The succession plan, are we training the leaders to take on the power to put on a strong enough case against the NNP, or just what's the succession plan?
But listen, you are talking to me here, and I'm representing an organization that was not born yesterday. You're talking about an organization that won 2 elections already, 2008, 1990. You're also talking to an organization in 2003. We fall short by just six votes in Caribou in terms of winning the election. So this is not an organization that does not have leaders to command a victory in Grenada politics. There are much more to it than that. But people, I think we have to be honest to ourselves. I mean, Dr. Kit may have won five elections, and we have won 2 major ones. We have come that close in 2003, unfortunately, for us. But it's a matter of the people and when they're ready to change government. Also, we would not hijack the government. I mean, the days for that in Grenada has passed. We go through the electoral process, and we definitely respect the outcome of it. But we are not a political party that had never won the election in Grenada before. I mean, it's we got to be honest to ourselves.
Right.
So we can repeat it
again. Cassandra Mitchell is stating and posting there, succession plan isn't synonymous with good leadership. Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Again? Yeah.
No, Cassandra Mitchell is posting there that succession planning isn't synonymous with good leadership. Is it?
Well, it may not be, but it could also be. It's not every instance you're gonna be successful to good leadership, but at some point in time it could be.
Right.
What may work for
Okay.
some people may not work for others. So if you have a good succession plan, it could lead to good leadership. You could have a good succession plan, and it may not lead to the best. All depends on how people look at it. It could be a very subjective statement too.
Right. 718-701-5720, guys. We open up the phone lines as well to chat here with the now leader. Is it the acting leader or the leader? How do we refer to
We'll work with the acting political leader for now.
the acting political leader? If you want to chat live, 718-701-5720. How soon will the party choose its next leader? When would the next convention be held?
Yeah, this is a question that come at me very, very often for the last couple of hours, couple of days. Basically, our constitution calls for a general council meeting, which we are hoping to have in the first quarter of 2021. In that meeting, we will decide the date and time in regards to when we'll be having the next convention. At that convention, all offices will be up for contest.
Would you be contesting for the leadership of the party?
Well, my colleagues and my friends will tell you that I don't impose myself on people. I have an opportunity to demonstrate what I'm made of in regards to leading a political organization, and if the people are impressed, the membership is impressed with what I put forward, and they make the call. Obviously, I will not turn my back on the people. I will respond in the affirmative.
Yeah. What about, we have about the youth population, the youth voting bloc in Grenada, about 55%. What's the thoughts of the party in reconstructing and having more of that youthful energy in leadership? Folks like Tevin Andrew from Carriacou, are those faces and voices being heard or looked at as possible leadership coming up under the NDC as young, active politicians?
Well, I glad that you raised that point, and people like Tevin and Ron, those guys joined NDC as the only political party, and they choose to join the National Democratic Congress, and you can see that they are making progress in the field of politics. We have done in the last election, we have elevated many of the young people to positions that they are very proud of, and we as an organization, we are very proud of the strides that they are making. And we will not do anything to jeopardize the progress of the young people. What we have to embark on, because we are hearing the cry of the young people, we are listening to the demands that they are making. So is we in the leadership position of the National Democratic Congress, together with those that are working with us, to put forward a serious plan that will attract the young people and let them see that they have a role to play in the development of this country. That we are in terms of ideas, we are not short on, and we will have to put them together in a very strategized way to reach the young people.
Yeah. 718-701-5720. Someone just sent me a question here, and let me see if I could pull it up. It just came up on my screen and then it just went off. Oh yeah, they wanted to know the process in which a leader would be selected in the next convention. What's the process?
Well, once you're a member of the party, you are free to contest any position whatsoever, and all it takes is just become a member of the party, and you are free to contest whatever position, from political leader to PRO to trustee. You are free to be part and parcel of it. You can stand on the floor and nominate anybody you feel that have the potential to be a political leader in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. That is the level of democracy that we have. So even though some people may come with a slate and they say, well, behind Persuader, I want this team of men. Yes, Persuader can put up himself, but if Tevin Andrews feel that he wants Ron to be the political leader of the party, he can say, I nominate Ron, and Ron has all right to contest.
Okay. I'm getting questions coming in, so I'm going to post some of the questions that sent out by some of our viewers. On the screen right now, we have Kibbs. She's in London, and she's asking, is the NDC going to do any strong drive for new members to revamp the party?
Of course, we have to embark on that. We have already embarked on encouraging many of our supporters to convert their support into membership of the party, because we want to strengthen that area. So at the same time, we do not want to fall short of supporters, because I mean, it's a numbers game, and if we don't mobilize enough supporters in going forward, we may not win the election. So we have to pay attention to that and give it our full attention.
Okay. Another question here coming in from one of our viewers, and she's asking, at the press conference that we was a part of, saying that the executive was asked about allegations in Michael Church rejoining the party. What political gain can the NDC get from that discussion?
Well, I don't know if you, I mean, if you follow my Facebook page, I've been asking the general public in politics, you have to think, and whatever action or inaction you may do, you have to consider whether it's multiplication or addition, or whether it will turn out to be subtraction or division. We don't want to go down the road of subtraction or division. The doors are wide open. I have made the call a couple of weeks ago as deputy political leader, and I'm going to consistently make the call again. We know we're not discriminating. It's an hour for unity. It's an hour for reconciliation, and we'll be listening, and we will be asking people to join the party, and we cannot discriminate against church. It's not because you had some differences in the past. As a matter of fact, there are people who are members of the National Democratic Congress. One may say that they lambaste Dr. Mitchell left, right, and center. Today they are in his bosom. So it will be foolish of the National Democratic Congress not to embrace. They're all people. Once you're a Grenadian, you're free to join the party, and we're not holding that against anybody.
Has the executive contacted him or having any active discussion with him at the moment?
Not to my knowledge.
So it's not something that the party is pursuing. It's more like,
well, I don't know. We have single-handedly. Well, not single-handedly, but I don't know. We have identified Brother Church as an individual and decided that we're gonna beg him to come back to the party. We have made a clarion call to Grenadians, home and abroad, to be members of the party, be supporters of the National Democratic Congress, because I still believe, and I sincerely hope that Grenadians will see one day that this party is the party that will transform Grenada. We cannot be spilling top in mud for the last 25 years with the same program, with the same ideas, and hope that we'll get a brand new Grenada. That would not happen. What's going to happen is that we just find ourselves speeding top in mud, going over the same political. I mean, the budget is coming up tomorrow, and I'm not expecting that much from it. We're going to heighten the figures. We're going to play with the figures again, and at the end of 12-month period, we'll be in the same position.
Yeah.
So we cannot remain there. We have to look for a new Grenada, and the National Democratic Congress will be offering that in a couple of months coming up.
So why is it so difficult to articulate some of those points? I know we touched on it earlier, to get those points out there to the massive. I know we asked that question in your press conference, and I think the response was that we need to listen to the Heartbeat program on a certain media platform, which a lot of people are not very aware of. I don't know exactly where I could listen to the program, and I try to don't get politically engaged or listen to any one of the program. If I catch it, I catch it, but I don't pay attention to it. So why is it so difficult? Or how could someone get your message? Where do you have the message available, and why is it so difficult to get it out to the masses?
Well, we have many different platforms. The Heartbeat program is one of them. We have our web page, our website. We try our best to get to the media houses. We have been holding press conferences. We also know that for a fact that sometimes you sit down in a press conference for an hour and a half, and some news media see it fit that they will not bring what was said, or they will just bring the minus. I mean, very little of it. We are, as I said in the press conference, we want to establish a new relationship with the media in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We call upon them to be objective. We call upon them to, when the news come, when we have a press conference, the news is not for for the media to consume, but it's for the general public consumption, and we expect them to help in the process. That our contribution is to formulate policy, but the media have a very important contribution also to ensure that whatever we put forward is being carried to the general public. We cannot shortchange the general public, and I know definitely there are a lot of people in Grenada working in the media that are very concerned in terms of what they put out and how they put it out. But they have a contribution to make, and I hope that they really and truly make it in the interest of our country.
Are you saying that the party is getting blackballed by certain media organization?
I'm not, well. No, I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that it will be bad of me to make a blanket statement of that nature. But I'm saying to you that we depend on the media houses to send out the information, and so a lot of times we don't get the kind of coverage that that every other political party in Grenada might have gotten. And this is a fact, you know. We have been shortchanged many times, and we are hoping that this will change. But we have heard, we are listening to the public. We think that we are putting out quite a bit. For the last year, we have been present in the media. We had the caregivers initiative. Our political leader and a team of young ladies was making masks and distributing to schools. The media houses was putting, yet for all the slogan was, we're not doing anything and we're not seeing much. So it means that we have to review the way in which we are doing things and do it much better. And we are prepared to sit down and put our act together and do what we have to do.
Right.
So we're not the perfect political party. We're happy for the comments that the general public is making, and we will learn from that going forward.
Yeah, do you find the same problem exists in getting new members? Because if a media house or if a political organization is getting blackballed, what about an individual? People putting themselves out there, they might be stigmatized or fear of stigmatized because they're of a different political affiliation. Do you find that as a problem in getting new members in the climate that exists in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique right now?
Well, as I said on a program yesterday, we face a serious problem in Grenada in terms of the level of people are living in a sense of fear in this country. Fear of victimization and vindictiveness. Those things are really in our society. That's the reality. There are people who, George, you know me very well, and I was in the Calypso business, and I had Calypso fans who, if I met them in St. George's today, you get just a wave, and they keep far. Not because they don't want to come and embrace me, but some people are living in fear of being associated with opponents of the present administration. And the present administration is responsible for creating that level of fear. That culture of tagging supporters of the present administration to the belly is a sin against humanity. You cannot discriminate against people on political lines, and that is creating a serious problem. It's becoming a syndrome in our society, and we have to get rid of that. So that in itself is an obstacle in terms of we being able to mobilize people in the way that we should. However, there are a lot of people behind the scene who is willing to support us, just not want to be seen. But the day will come, I guess, when people will develop that level of maturity and people are beginning to talk out, to speak out. In terms, they are beginning to realize, well, I cannot continue suppressing my feelings because I want 2 fortnights on the road. The time will come when people will say, no, these 2 fortnights for the last 20 years has not put me in a better position. And I must not live in fear for the rest of my life. The next 10 years I have to, on this earth, I'm going to stand up for Grenada. And when that happens, our society will be a much better society where every human being can see themselves as having a right to live in this country.
Yeah. 718-701-5720. Text me the questions right here. Someone just posted a question on the WhatsApp. They said, be honest with the public. What is the current health metric of the NDC? If election was called tomorrow, early 2021, how would you rate, from a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate the readiness of the party?
If election is called in what?
if election is called tomorrow or early 2021, from a scale of 1 to 10, how ready is the NDC?
On a scale of 1 to 10, well, I will say we'll get that. We'll be ready almost 80%. We should have been. One of the main issues that we have to be dealing with now is the question of identifying candidates. We have already started that process. We started that process. We're almost to completion. We have been talking to people in the various constituencies. In some constituencies, we have 2 and 3 people that are willing to contest the election under the NDC ticket. And that a decision will have to be made in the next couple of weeks and months. And once we have that in place, as I said to you, we have been the last couple of months, the last year, because of the COVID also, we have been limited in our activities. However, we have ensured and we have been trying to put all the necessary structures in place, our election machinery, and those things have to be in place. And we have been trying our best. If an election is called, we will be ready.
Yeah. So are you stating that in any way that the resignation of Ms. Franca Bernadine was somewhat of a devastating setback for the party projection for the next election?
Well, definitely it was a setback, and we didn't expect it, but we have to respect it and we have to move along. The good thing about it, we have a succession plan. We immediately put structures in place to keep the party alive and keep our work going. And you will realize that we have not we didn't hesitate in doing anything. We call a press conference immediately, and we let the general public know to please have the confidence in the National Democratic Congress. We are despite the little setback and the drawback, we are ready to take up the mantle and be the next alternative political organization in Grenada to provide good governance of the country.
But you know, I'd like to open up the forum for everyone to come in and chat, you know, get a chance to talk to our audience, our diaspora audience, or local audience, people from all over the world. And I thank you for taking the time here to chat with us. Your constituents, the folks in your constituency, what could they expect? Talk to them and talk to the people who live abroad, who represent in that constituency as well. Talk to them on the forward thinking of the NDC, and what could they be expecting within the next, say, year or so from the party.
You're talking about this constituency of St. David. I didn't hear that clear coming across there at all.
Yeah, no, okay. So I'm saying you have. I'll put you on full screen. I know we have just a few more minutes because you got to go. I've talked to the people, your viewers from your constituency and the people around the world on the progress and what you would like to convey, what information you'd like to convey to them that's looking on to you right now on the ride.
Well, we really and truly, and the vast majority of people, you may have heard them in the media, especially on social media, not satisfied with the way things have been governed in Grenada. We want to provide that alternative. Hence the reason why we have been advocating that the present economic system that we have in Grenada isn't working. We are begging the administration to pay some more attention to agriculture, and we are hoping that in this budget on Wednesday, we will see some level of attention is being paid to that important industry. We are hoping that whatever increase that is being allocated to agriculture will create an impact and create some level of growth in the economy and put the people in a better way of life. We are also concerned about the health in our country. We want to pay particular attention to that. The human resources is too important for we to lapse with it. The whole question of education, the time has come where people have to reconsider whether going and study abroad and coming back and look for a job is the best thing to do, or the best area. We have to look at the technical aspect of our nation, whether we should be considered training people so that at the end of the training they can employ themselves and create employment. We have to work with the private sector. They are too important in our society for we not pay attention to them. I don't think enough attention is being paid to them. We need to buck up on that, and because they play a critical role in the whole question of employment. And the young people in this country, over 65% of them are unemployed, and because of COVID, maybe that percentage is rising. So the Imani program, the traffic warden program, those are programs that we have to expand and enhance. If we don't do that, I mean, we will not be fair to the young people in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So we have to come up with other programs that we will be considering technical training as an important aspect. We cannot have young people going into a mechanic shop, changing tires, and at the end of the day, we don't train them to become the head of the garage. When a young man joins the police force, he must aspire to be the police commissioner. Everybody cannot reach there, but we must see progress in life. And the automobile industry is a growing industry, so we need maybe to train a lot of people in those areas. So training will be critical in terms of going forward. The whole question of modernizing the agricultural sector, I couldn't miss that part, but it will have to start agriculture from the seed to the packet of ketchup, from the tomato seed to the packet of ketchup. It cannot be just cutlass and fork agriculture. The days for that done. We have to modernize that. So in going forward, we have serious plans for the country, and we will be advocating those as soon as the regulations is up. We will be going to the general public and advocate those.
Yeah, and also a commitment to work with the youth, work closely with the youth, and
Sure.
and also, you know, I know you guys propose a decriminalization or legalization of marijuana. We didn't get a chance to speak out on that, but there's so many issues that needs to be discussed, and the budget. Would you guys be having a budget response after the budget is read this week?
Well, of course, we will definitely have a response. Unfortunately, we have not seen a copy of the budget as yet, so we'll have to wait until the budget is being presented. Apparently, I don't know if tomorrow we'll bring the next 24 hours. We'll bring it alive in Grenada, but we have to wait on the Minister of Finance to present it, and then we'll respond appropriately. It would not be It will not be 2 days after, 3 days after. We will have a response.
Right. Okay. Persuader, thanks for chatting here with us. You know, I know that you have to run, so I want to eat up any more of your time, sir. But you're welcome to come back on at any time. Don't be a stranger, and we're gonna be following your progress and the decision that you make going forward as the now leader of the NDC. Thanks again, Persuader.
Thank you, George, for having me, and I look forward to having the next one with you as soon as possible.
All right, no
Have
problem.
a good evening.
All right.
Lovely. All right.
Hi guys, so I was told that we had about 40 minutes. We really had to run, so we had to cut it short. But here's what, guys, I want you guys to pay a particular attention to the budget that's going to be read this week. We're going to be bringing it live here on Ridelaong, and it will be interesting for a couple of things. There's a new Minister of Finance, and with the COVID, and there have been over, let's say, 40-something+ % drop in revenue. It'll be interesting to know the allocations. It will be interesting to know how agriculture fares after we had a new agriculture minister. It'll be very interesting to follow the budget this week. We're going to be bringing it right here live and Ridelaong. And yeah. You know, Tevin is always welcome. Mavis Tevin is always welcome on the program. In fact, this is where we come, we chat, we have a good time, we share stories, but sometimes we have to talk about some important and interesting topics as well as politics in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, or around the world. All right, guys, thank you for watching. It's an abbreviated about 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you. Gail, Kibbs, Deanne, Lacey J, Wolfgang Rockefeller, and everybody, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of our programming today. I'm Junior George. Catch me again mañana, tomorrow. Peace out. Good night.
Everybody straight, no
Guys, don't forget, if you have a business and you want to advertise right here on Right Along Live. Call us at 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Advertise your business on Right Along Live. Also, guys, last week we had our first $1,000 shopping spree where we donated $250 to 5 different individuals, and to date we were only contacted by 1 person. So we're asking, we're begging, we're pleading to the other 3 who won, and we're going to post their names again back on the webpage. Please contact us so we could send you on your way with your $250 so you could go do your shopping spree. Again, we were only contacted by 1 person. So if anyone know the other candidates, the other 4 who won, yes, Gail, 4. We were contacted by 3. We're contacted by 1. We got 3 more that need to contact us to claim their prizes. Also, guys, don't forget our Curry Q, Right Along Curry Q. That's happening on the 5th. That's on Saturday. Right Along Curry Q. You guys gotta, even if you're not gonna be in New York, you could still order something just for the support. Because when we do Curry Q and we do stuff like that, the money goes back into supporting and donating back to our support group. So guys, support our Curry Q. It's on Saturday. All right, it's on Saturday. We have curry crab and dumpling. We have roti. What else we have? We have shrimp, curry shrimp and white rice. We also have pepper shrimp on the menu, and we also have potato pudding. Right, so a lot of stuff on the menu, guys. We're gonna put up the menu so you guys could order from tomorrow, and it all happens on Saturday. This Saturday, support our Curry Q to raise funds. Thanks again, guys. Catch me tomorrow. Bye bye.
Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can hold me sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Yo, just show me some strength. No weakness, show me a lion. Strength, no weakness, show them who we are. Strength, no weakness, show me a lion.
You're constantly thinking of food, but sometimes you just don't want to cook or want something a little different. That's when you call Tasties, preparing meals that you really love. Tasties, our mouth-watering food, would have you coming back every day. But hold on, we only prepare meals Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for now. Call early because we have a lot to serve and we would love to serve you. Tasties, we prepare the meals you love to eat. From macaroni pie to baked chicken, provision dumpling and saltfish, stewed chicken, curry chicken, baked chicken, rice and peas, salads, and more. Please call for daily menu. Call 425-0624 or 403-0411. You can pick up your meals from us or we deliver to you. Tasties, food that's delicious.
Hey, I got some good news for you. Looking for a passionate immigration lawyer with experience that spans over 2 decades? Someone trusted that served immigrant families just like yours? Well, look no more. Now you can benefit from her personal and professional experience. Diane Winter Funding. Schedule a consultation now and get assistance with your immigration journey. Specialize in adjustment of status, B1 business visa, B2 visitor's visa, consular processing, deportation defense, naturalization, and more. Give us a call today at 813-815-3529. That's 813-815-3529 or online at winterimmigration.com. Attorney Diane Winter Funde, law done differently.